Good morning, Yogi Mamas. I hope everyone's feeling well today and that you're having a smooth pregnancy. In today's flow, I want to take you through a hip opening sequence. In our first video, we went over the basics, warming up with a Series A, followed by a Series B, and some cool down stretches. So today we'll start with a warm up in Series A, and then a Series B that focuses more on opening the hips as we get closer to the end. We want to prepare our bodies for birth. So hip opening stretches are nice to take, especially towards the end in your third trimester or throughout your pregnancy. So let's get started in child's pose. In child's pose, let's take our big toes to touch. And take your knees to the width of your mat. And then extending your tailbone down towards the back of your mat, start to walk your hands forward and then let your forehead rest onto your mat. If you'll remember, child's pose is a great place to start letting go of all the external stimuli and to start focusing in on what's happening in your body, how your body feels today. As we all know, as pregnant women, every single day feels very different from the day before. So make sure that you are very intuitive, tap into all the sensations that you're feeling in your body, and have compassion for yourself. So in child's pose, let's take a few more deep breaths. Nice, juicy inhales, cleansing exhales. Let's take a few deep breaths here. When you're ready, come on up to hands and knees. Find a neutral position, a tabletop position with your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. And let's take a few cat-cows. Inhaling, dropping your belly, lifting your heart. Exhaling, chin to chest, dome your upper back. Inhaling, drop your belly. Exhaling, chin to chest. This time, let's bring some movement in. Just circling your body as you inhale and exhale in a way that feels good to you. Make sure you go in both directions. And you can go from front to back, dropping your tailbone all the way towards your heels. We're just loosely warming up our spine and our entire body. And when you're ready, walk your hands forward, tuck your toes, bring your hips up and back to down dog. In down dog, start to pedal out your feet. And again, bring some movement into this down dog. You can shift from side to side. And then coming back into a still down dog once again. And let's move through some warm-up Series A. I would recommend that you take at least 3 of these flows before moving into a Series B. So when you're ready, hips press up and back. Bottom of your exhale, look forward, and then walk or float to the top of your mat. Remember, feet are always hips width. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, fold. Inhaling, rooting down firmly through your feet. Maybe bend your knees a little bit with a flat back, coming up, sweeping your arms to the sky. Exhaling, hands to prayer. Big inhale, sweep your arms. Exhaling, dive. Inhaling to a flat back. Exhaling, plant your palms and step it back to plank. Now remember, you can always drop your knees to the mat and then lower. Inhaling to your back bend. And exhaling, down dog. Deep, steady breaths here. Bottom of your exhale, look forward and then float to the top of the mat. Inhaling to a flat back. Exhaling, fold. Move down through your feet. Inhaling all the way up to the sky. You can even bend back a little bit, that feels good. Exhaling, hands to prayer. Big inhale, sweep your arms. Exhaling, dive. Inhaling, heart lifts. And exhaling, plant your palms, step it back, and lower on the same exhale. Inhaling to your back bend. And exhaling, down dog. Take a few deep breaths here. Let's take one more all together. Inhaling, press your hips back. Bottom of your exhale, look forward and then float to the top of your mat. Inhaling, heart lifts, flat back. Exhaling, fold. Inhaling with a flat back, rise all the way to standing. Sweep your arms up and back if that feels good. Exhaling, hands to prayer. Inhaling, circle up. And exhaling, diving all the way down. Inhaling to a flat back. Exhaling, plant your palms and step it back to plank. And then lower. Inhaling to your back bend. Exhaling, down dog. Very nice. Deep, steady breaths here. Again, feel free to press pause and take as many of these as you would like. So let's move on. Inhaling, hips press back. Bottom of your exhale, look forward. Find your way to the top of your mat. Inhaling to a flat back. Exhaling, fold. With your feet hips width apart, all 10 toes pointing to the front of your mat. On an inhale, we're going to drop our tailbone, sink into an imaginary chair, and inhale, reach our arms up to the sky. So again, glance down at your toes. Make sure you can see all 10 toes. If not, shift your shin bones back. And then sit down again. See if you can hypothetically draw your belly towards your spine and continue to lower your shoulder blades down your back as you rise up out of it. One more big inhale, sit even lower. Exhaling to stand, hands to prayer at your heart. Inhaling, sit into your chair, Utkatasana pose. Exhaling, dive, and then straighten your legs. Inhaling to a flat back. Exhaling, plant your palms, step it back to plank, and lower. Inhaling to your back bend. Exhaling, down dog. Step your right foot in between your hands. Spin your back foot flat. Remember, we took Warrior 1 in our first series, so big inhale, come on up to Warrior 1. Then we're going to open out to Warrior 2. So what we do here is we just walk our right foot to the left, just a few inches, and reach our arms to either side of us. Now if you take a look at your feet, your front heel should be intersecting your back arch. Your torso should be straight up and down, so it helps to bring your hands up to the sky, to the side, and then release on either side. And sink into it. We're going towards a 90-degree bend, but if you're feeling any pelvic pressure, feel free to back off. Really just listen to your body. From Warrior 2, flip your front palm to the sky and reverse. Exhaling side angle pose, you can put your forearm onto your thigh or your hand comes down to the mat on the inside of your right foot, left arm up and over. Inhaling, big inhale to reverse. Exhaling, windmill your hands to the mat, step it back to plank and lower down. Inhaling to your back bend. Exhaling, down dog. Step your left foot in between your hands, spin your back heel flat. Big inhale, Warrior 1. Exhaling, we're going to open up to Warrior 2. So again, check your lines. See that your front heel is intersecting with your back arch. That your knee is tracking over your second toe, so you don't want your leg to either come in or out. And find a Warrior 2. Flip your front palm to the sky and reverse. Exhaling, side angle, so either forearm to your thigh or hand to the mat. Big inhale, sweeping all the way to reverse. And then exhaling, windmill your hands to the mat, step it back to plank and lower. Inhaling to your back bend. And exhaling, down dog. Nice work. Take a few deep breaths in down dog. And settle back into your body. Let's reconnect with that breath. Even as you start to flow, make sure that you try to connect your movement with your breath. So one breath per movement. I'm going to take you to that flow. Through that flow one more time, keeping that in mind, we will do inhaling, exhaling, one breath per movement. Inhaling, hips press back. Bottom of your exhale, look forward, float to the top of your mat. Inhaling to a flat back. Exhaling, fold. Inhaling, sink your hips. Arms to the sky, chair pose. Exhaling, standing, hands to pray at your heart. Inhaling, sink your hips low, arms to the sky. Exhaling, dive, straighten your knees. Inhaling to a flat back. Exhaling, step it back and lower. Inhaling to your back bend. Exhaling, down dog. Right foot steps forward. Left foot spins flat. Inhaling, Warrior 1. Exhaling, Warrior 2. Inhaling, reverse. Exhaling, side angle. Inhaling, reverse. Exhaling, let it go. Inhaling, back bend. Exhaling, down dog. Left foot steps forward. Right foot spins flat. Inhaling, warrior one. Exhaling, warrior two. Inhaling, reverse warrior. Exhaling, side angle. Inhaling, reverse warrior. And exhaling, windmill your hands. Step it back and lower. Inhaling to your back bend. Exhaling, down dog. Deep, steady breaths here. Keep it going. Feel free to hit pause here and take as many of those series as you wish. It's nice to build up a sweat. You can go as fast or as slow. That feels good to you. And just make sure you listen to your body. Bring any kind of funky movements or organic movements that just feels good to you. Make your yoga practice your own. When you're ready, we'll move on. Inhaling, hips press back. Bottom of your exhale, float to the top of your mat. Inhaling to a flat back. Exhaling, fold. Inhaling, rooting firmly through your feet. Circle your arms to the sky. Exhaling, hands to part your heart. With your feet hips width apart, turn your toes out. And then we're going to sit right down into a squat. If you need extra support here, you can put a block underneath your tailbone. Otherwise, either way, keep your spine nice and straight and tall. And you can even use your elbows to press against your knees if you'd like a little bit more leverage. And then just close your eyes and breathe here. When you're ready, bring your fingertips to the mat. Straighten your knees. Coming to a forward fold. Inhaling to a flat back. Exhaling, plant your palms. Step it back and lower. Inhaling to a back bend. Exhaling to down dog. And then bring your knees to the mat. I'm going to walk you through just a couple options of hip opening floor stretches. The first one is pigeon pose. So both of these poses are great for excuse me, cooling down. To get into pigeon pose, we'll start in down dog. Inhale your right leg to the sky. And then exhale, bring your right knee to your right wrist and your foot towards your left wrist. Give a big flex in your left foot. Release your back toes. The idea is to get your shin parallel to the front edge of the mat, but not all of us can do this. So however close you can get is perfect. Just make sure that you keep your front foot really, really flexed. If there's enough room, there's actually a nice little space in between your calf and your thigh for your belly. So this might work for you. If it does, big inhale, puff up your chest. Exhaling, fold. If this stretch doesn't work for you, I'm going to give you an option on your back. So coming onto your back, you're going to take your right ankle and place it just above your left knee. Again, flex through your right foot and then reach through your legs and grab either the back of your left thigh or the front of your left shin. And you're going to start to draw your left leg into your chest. Threading the needle. Whether you take pigeon pose or threading the needle, doesn't matter. What matters is that you're feeling a nice juicy stretch through your hip and that there's no pinching in your knees. Take at least 10 deep breaths here in this pose. When you're ready, go ahead and take the other side. If you're in pigeon, if you did pigeon on one side, try pigeon on the other side. If you did thread the needle, then just switch legs. Bring your left ankle just above your right knee. Flex your left foot. Reach between your legs and grab either the back of your right thigh or the front of your right shin. And breathe. Deep, steady breaths. When you're ready, release your legs. Roll over to your left side. And you can press yourself up to sitting. If you'd like to take a modified Shavasana, as we went over in the first video, make sure that you give yourself support behind your back and some support underneath your knees to release the pressure in your sacrum and lower back. I wish you all a very healthy pregnancy. Drink lots of water. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.